The truth hurts sometimes, but it also heals. I've bared my soul to the world, and while some may judge, I stand tall in the power of my honesty. They'll never know the depth of my thoughts or the emotions I hide behind my smile, but that's all right. I'm choosing to share my truth with the world, regardless of their judgment. Let them say what they will. The truth of who I am can't be changed by their opinions or their whispers. I am enough, just as I am. There's freedom in being unfiltered, in being raw and real. The world may judge, but I choose to embrace my authenticity no matter what. They can judge my choices, my actions, even my silence, but they'll never fully understand the journey that led me here. And that's okay. This is my path, not theirs. I've learned to stop apologizing for being me. If they can't accept me in all my glory and imperfection, that's their loss. The world loves to label, to categorize, to judge. But I've realized that I don't fit in their categories, and I'm not meant to. I am my own person, and I embrace that fully. They'll never know the parts of me that I've kept hidden, and they don't need to. What matters is that I'm finally allowing myself to be fully seen with all my flaws and strengths. I don't need anyone's approval to feel validated. I've spent too much time seeking it in the wrong places. Now, I seek nothing but my own peace and happiness. Their judgment won't define me. I've learned that the only person I need to answer to is myself, and I'm finally proud of who I am becoming. I used to fear their opinions, but now I see them for what they are: temporary distractions. What matters is my truth, and I'm standing tall in it. They may never understand the choices I make, and that's okay. My life isn't meant to fit into their expectations. It's meant to be lived on my own terms. I used to think that I had to prove myself to others. But now I know that the only person I need to prove anything to is me. I am worthy, no matter what anyone else thinks. Let them judge, let them talk. Nothing they say will change my truth. I've embraced who I am, and that's something no one can take away from me. I've learned that true strength lies in vulnerability, in being open and unfiltered with the world. And if they can't accept that, then I'm not here to seek their approval. The world may never see things the way I do, but I'm learning that that's okay. I'm on my own journey, and it's beautiful in its own way. It's easy to judge from the outside, but the truth is always more complicated than what they see. I've lived through enough to know that my own can't be measured by their opinions. I've learned that the only person whose opinion truly matters is my own. If they don't like who I am, that's not my problem. That's their journey to figure out. I used to fear being judged, but now I know that their judgment is a reflection of their own insecurities, not mine. I am free to be me, unconditionally. I've bared my soul, shared my truth, and let go of the need to please anyone but myself. This is my life, my story, and I refuse to live it on anyone else's terms. Their judgment doesn't scare me anymore. I've learned to trust my own voice, and it tells me that I am enough, just as I am. The truth is that we all carry burdens that no one else will ever understand, but that's okay. I don't need their validation. I just need to be true to myself. They can judge all they want, but they'll never know the full story. They'll never know the heartache, the love, or the growth that's brought me to this point. I used to hide behind fear, behind masks, but now I'm standing in my truth, unfiltered and raw. Let them judge. I'm finally free. The opinions of others will never define me. I've learned that what matters most is how I feel about myself, and I'm proud of who I've become. I've made mistakes, I've fallen, but I've also risen each time. And through it all, I've learned that I'm worthy of love, acceptance, and peace, no matter what anyone else thinks. They can judge me, but they'll never see the full picture. I am more than their assumptions, more than their judgments. I am me, and that's enough. I used to be afraid of what others thought, but now I know that I can't live my life for anyone but myself. I'll make mistakes, I'll grow, and I'll keep moving forward. Let them talk, let them judge. My truth is mine, and I'm no longer afraid to share it with the world. Their judgment will never change the way I feel about myself. I am strong, I am worthy, and I am unbreakable no matter what they say. The world can judge me, but only I know the depth of my soul. I will live my truth, unfiltered and unapologetic, and let the rest fade away. I've stopped asking for permission to be myself. Let them judge, let them whisper. I am exactly who I'm meant to be, and I'm embracing every part of it. I know they judge. I can feel their eyes on me, but let me tell you something. I am unapologetically myself. Every flaw, every fear, every desire, it all makes me who I am. And if they can't accept that, then that's their problem, not mine. In a world that constantly demands perfection, I refuse to hide behind masks. This is me, raw and unfiltered, and if it doesn't fit their idea of who I should be, that's not my concern. Let them whisper, let them talk, because none of their words can touch the truth of who I am. I've faced my demons, and I've come out stronger. I don't need their approval to know my worth. Sometimes the world wants to see you broken, but what they don't realize is that every crack, every scar, only makes me more whole. My confessions, my truths, these won't are the things that empower me. I'm done hiding behind facades, pretending to be what others want me to be. This is the truth, unfiltered and unapologetic. And if it makes them uncomfortable, that's their journey to figure out. They can judge all they want, but they don't know the battles I've fought in silence. I've learned that my story is mine, and I'll tell it on my own terms, even if it doesn't fit the narrative they expect. I used to care about the judgments of others, but now I understand that their opinions are just projections of their own insecurities. I have nothing to prove, only to live freely. I don't owe anyone an explanation for who I am or what I feel. My truth is my own, and if it makes them uncomfortable, then maybe they're not meant to understand. In a world filled with expectations, I've decided to break free and live authentically. If they choose to judge, that's on them, not me. This is my confession, unfiltered and real. I used to be afraid of what others thought, but now I see it for what it is, noise. The only voice I need to listen to is my own, and it tells me to be unapologetically myself. People will always try to box you in, label you, and judge you. But what they don't understand is that we're not meant to fit in their boxes. We're meant to break free and be who we truly are. No matter what they say, my feelings, my thoughts, and my journey are valid. I refuse to let anyone's judgment drown out the truth of who I am. The world is full of opinions, but not all of them matter. I've learned to trust my own heart, and if that doesn't align with their expectations, so be it. I've lived my life trying to fit into a mold that wasn't mine, and now I'm done. This is me, unfiltered, raw, and unapologetic. If they don't like it, they can look away. There's power in owning your truth, even if it makes others uncomfortable. Let them judge, let them talk. My life is mine, and I'll live it the way I see fit. The truth is, I don't care if they approve of my choices. This is my life, my story, and I'll write it in the way that feels right to me, not to them. They'll never understand the weight of the choices I've made, the tears I've shed, or the love I've lost. But that's okay. My truth doesn't need their approval. In a world full of people who want to see you fall, I choose to rise. Let them judge, let them gossip. Nothing they say can change who I am. Every person has a story, a truth, and a journey. Mine might not be what they expect, but it's mine, and I'm finally embracing it with all my heart. They can try to define me by their standards, but I refuse to be reduced to a label or a stereotype. I'm more than their judgments, and I'm proud of who I've become. I've learned to silence the voices of judgment and listen to the whispers of my soul. My path is mine to walk, and no one can take that away from me. The only opinion that matters now is mine. I've spent far too long seeking validation from others, but now I stand strong in my own truth, unapologetically and fearlessly. Let them gossip, let them whisper behind closed doors. I've lived through enough to know that their words won't define me. They won't even touch me. This is my confession, and it may not fit the mold they expect. But it's real, and it's raw, and it's the truth that I've been too afraid to share until now. The fear of judgment has held me back for too long, but no more. I am stepping into my power, embracing my truth, and letting go of the need for approval. It's easy to judge from the outside, but they don't know the struggles, the pain, and the triumphs that have shaped me. This is my journey, and I will walk it proudly. We all wear masks, hiding the parts of us that are too vulnerable for the world to see. But what if we dared to be unmasked, unfiltered, and completely ourselves? That's the kind of life I'm choosing to live. They may never understand, but that's okay. Their judgment doesn't diminish my worth or my journey. I'm finally free to be me, unapologetically and without shame.